I'll do what I want.
And we are live.
We're live?
Welcome,
Very
welcome,
live.
welcome.
Is this a psych out like last time?
Coming to you live.
Not a psych out.
Okay,
John,
cool.
keep your pants on. We're
Yeah,
live.
keep your pants on, John.
Coming to you live from last week.
Well, let's just give a warm welcome to everybody. This is our 100th episode. Yes, we are surprised, or just as surprised as you are, that we made it this long.
We usually don't last this long.
No,
Yeah.
usually we quit or give up.
And at least the 5 of us here have not done either of those.
That's very fair. Yes, that is true.
It's been a grind.
Yeah, so it's been a good ride, guys.
It's
It's been a lot of fun.
It's been 100 episodes.
Mhm.
That's-
Yeah. It's been a
We're
blast.
looking at
What I got.
the old ones are just like we're different.
I know.
A
That's different.
century of episodes.
It's wild.
Imagine being stranded on a desert island with nothing but 100 episodes.
Of the movie. Podium. What would you do?
You might be entertained. You might
I
just
would
wanna-
probably go crazy.
Who knows?
Entertained.
I couldn't listen to myself that long, that's for sure.
You could do the whole retrospective of when, like, the first episode when you were a robot, but then this episode where, like, you're still a robot, but you've learned human
It's one of
like,
those AI
inflections. Yeah.
tools. Yeah.
Watching Bicentennial Man or something.
Yeah, well, maybe one day. Well, for those who don't know us or don't pay attention enough, welcome to the Movie Podium. We're a weekly podcast where we collectively choose a movie to watch, and at the end of the week, we get together and talk about it. It's kind of like a book club.
But for movies.
But for movies.
Another round of applause.
We're
Be a
cheering
lot
ourselves.
of applause tonight.
Eric's got his finger on the soundboard.
Thanks to everyone who
Love
voted.
for movies.
Oh,
He got me.
Yeah,
last but
Got
not
me.
least.
got him.
Headshot. So thanks to everyone who voted. We had some of our favorite movies, some of our group's favorite movies growing up that we kind of think about when we watch movies together, or movies that we've watched a lot of times together, or quote.
Yeah.
So thanks to everybody who voted. As you can see from the banner, the movie that won. And it's one of my favorite taglines of all time because, yes, work sucks. And without further ado, we present our next movie.
I don't like my job, and I don't think I'm gonna go anymore.
I'm thinking now it might be more fun to just get fired.
Well, it looks like you've been missing quite a bit of work lately.
Well, I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob.
Yes,
Wow.
man. Oh, it's so good. The two Bobs.
Bob.
What's up, Bob?
Well, I can't wait to get into this. For tonight's podium, we're asking, is Office Space one of the best movies that revolves around work?
I don't know. I should
We'll
probably
find
answer
out.
that one.
Let's cheers and hit that intro.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Movies. I had to get a couple Dora beers
Ooh,
Oh,
I got a chorus.
presented by
From
Kroger Wellness Day.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Well, I'm your host, Matt Scott, and I'm here with my dudes, Eric.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Eric.
Hi.
Dave.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Cooking with Kevin.
that's me.
That's me. And hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hello, Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Hello.
And her.
Hannah says hello.
And
Hello,
Hannah.
Hannah.
Hello.
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 So before we get into this episode, we have a couple thank yous. First, we'd like to thank all of the Patreon supporters who have been following us on our podcast journey. All their names are down there. You can
Yes.
also go and check us out at www.patreon.com/themoviepodium and also see what's going on over there. If you haven't checked out our website, we still have koozies.
Yeah. We still don't have the moviepodium.com.
Sure.
Kevin has not sprung for that. We do have the moviepodium.net.
We have the moviepodium.net. So check out koozies, shirts. Got mine on.
I didn't get mine.
I thought
That's
we were
alright.
doing
Fail.
Hawaiian
Oh, yeah.
Shirt Friday tomorrow.
Oh, we should have. I
I was
don't think I
preparing.
have any Hawaiian shirts anymore.
I
Only
used to
one
have
of
this
us has been
sick
Hawaiian.
flame shirt
Oh yeah,
that buttoned up and it had flames coming from the bottom up.
nice.
That was back
Did
when I
you-
liked corn a lot.
I think I had the same
I
shirt.
thought it was because you were so into Guy Fieri.
No, but that's a good call. I'm going to get that shirt again now because of that reason.
Yeah, and check us out on Instagram, TikTok, any of those places. YouTube here, obviously.
What's here?
Oh yes, we
YouTube.
have.
What is
Where
even
are we?
here, man?
What does that even mean?
Concept.
Please buy a koozie so we can get them out of our basement. Yes, very true.
Send us your address. We will send you.
We'll send them. Please. Oh, yeah, Kelly just realized she's on the business account. That's all right. It's crazy to see how far we've come from our first episode. If you haven't seen on Instagram, we posted a short, and the first thing is me introducing this podcast 100 episodes ago, and man, has it changed. I mean, just from a picture and image standpoint, we did our first episode on Microsoft Teams. Think about
Oh, that's
that.
right. Yeah.
Microsoft Teams.
I mean, that's top podcasting platform right there.
Oh my god. Whose idea was that again?
Probably mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whose idea was the whole thing?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was Matt.
We just
Yeah.
use themes.
And boy, that recording sucked. That only
Didn't even
lasted
spring for
one.
fucking Zoom.
I know. That lasted one episode, and then we're like, wait a minute, let's try something better. So then we got to we used Discord for a while with OBS recording.
Yeah.
Remember
and that
that?
was when our episodes were all echoey.
Oh yeah, we had a fun time with that.
Oh yeah.
Sounded like Lou Gehrig giving his retirement speech.
I think
Today
South
I
Park was the
consider
last
myself-
one. South Park, Bigger,
Yeah.
Longer, and Uncut was the last one using Discord.
I think you're right. Yeah, that's funny.
Then we moved to Datcord.
Yeah. Waka waka.
Stop.
All right, let's
Okay,
do some
sorry.
random ass facts. Let's do it.
Yeah, someone shut me up.
Yeah, this is how much it's evolved. That was definitely not how we started random ass facts. Well,
Whoa.
this. Oh, look at that. Yin.
John just put on the sickest Yin's glasses.
Promotional items from my sister in Pittsburgh.
Very nice.
Dang.
Well, this got a 7.6 or a Thor.6 on IMDb.
Thor 0.6. That's pretty good.
Solid.
I
Mm-hmm.
think
Yep.
it's solid.
Yeah, I think that's fair too. This movie is only an hour and a half.
Yes, it is.
It's amazing.
But boy, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I could do with more.
I know. Yeah, rarely is it like, oh, give me another half hour.
Yeah.
There's a lot of originality to this in a way where it was Mike Judge had a lot of personal history with this movie. He was a former engineer. He actually came up with, or while he was an engineer, he had an idea for this. And part of the issue, or part of what stemmed this, was at one point he had to alphabetize all of the purchase orders from the last 2 to 3 weeks for 8 hours a day. And he described it as god awful. And he said he couldn't even daydream nor talk to someone without losing his place in the alphabet. So it made it even worse.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Very bad. And another story that came from that was Milton. And
Oh, yeah.
Milton was based on a former coworker of Mike Judge's that apparently would go up to Mike Judge and ask him, well, Mike Judge would come up to this guy and ask him how he was doing. And the coworker would just start talking about how he was going to quit his job because he had been moved, or he'd been asked or forced to move his desk around too many times. So that's how this entire thing stemmed. It was really from Mike Judge's experience as an engineer.
That's
A
hilarious.
software engineer.
I believe he was a software engineer, but I don't know if that's actually. I assume from
Yeah,
the
because
movie,
that's
but
what these guys are.
You guys
Right.
have seen the Office Space Milton shorts, haven't you?
yeah, yep,
Mhm.
I knew it was based on that, but I have not.
yeah.
You can find them on YouTube or just
Yeah,
Google search. Just
They
Google it.
What's Google?
Bang
Matt
Well-
GPT, tell us.
Right, Matt
Yeah, what-
GPT.
Matt GPT.
Kevin came up with that. I was telling Dave about it earlier, and we don't like giving Kevin credit for that
Oh,
or assuming that Matt knows everything because
Right,
it's
not
mostly Matt GPT is mostly reserved for like mundane facts and math.
This is fair.
That's what you access Matt GPT
If you
for.
need a quick sports statistic,
Yes.
you go to Matt GPT.
like that.
So the guy driving the truck that hit the car, that was
Yeah.
Chuck Norris's son, Eric.
Hell yeah.
Wait, Eric.
Norris.
Is it Eric Norris or were you telling me?
Is it Eric? You're
No,
you're
Eric
Chuck Norris's
Norris.
son.
Eric Norris. Okay. Is he a stunt person then?
I don't actually know. They just, I just,
He's just like, hey, you're Chuck Norris' son. Why don't you drive this truck into this
it was all
car?
set up.
I mean, apparently Mike Judge like knew it was his son, but that Chuck Norris did not know that his son was in the movie. I don't know. It was kind of a weird story. I didn't dive in. So
It's
that's
too
how
much
random
reading.
it is. I don't have enough time for that entire story.
Can't-
But
can't-
that was
can't
Chuck
read that
Norris.
much?
Right. That's too much. Michael
That's-
Bolton has a funny story behind this.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, there's some shit talking on him in this. He's in a 2003 interview said that he was annoyed because everybody would come up to him and tell him how shitty his music was and like quote the movie straight up. And then about 10 years later, he said he admitted that the movie was funny and that he willingly signs Office Space DVDs for fans.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That
Good for.
I was
Michael
out with
Bolton.
we were out at some bar and like I think it was Daniel's introducing me to a friend of his. He's like, "This is Phil Collins," and after I've had a few beers, I was like, "Oh, have you seen Office Space?" And he was like, "Yeah, I get that all the time." And I was just like, "Oh fuck, I'm part of the problem. I'm sorry."
But wait, did you get told the best part about Phil Collins?
No,
Eric?
well, I don't know. Maybe.
He drives a Genesis.
Oh,
No, really?
Swear. So me and Daniel lived above that guy when we lived on Stanley Street,
yeah.
and
Oh.
there was a couple
way.
downstairs, and the guy we had
Phil.
met the girlfriend, and she's like, "Yeah, my boyfriend's name is Phil Collins," and we're like, "Oh, that's cool." So he's like, "Yeah," and he drives that Genesis over there.
No way.
That's just playing into the bit at this point.
I know, right?
That's amazing.
I was gonna name my kid Great.
Scott.
Jesus.
All right,
That
I've
one-
got-
That one took an embarrassingly long time for me to get.
it came out of nowhere, RKO style.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one more, and it's pretty short. And then Kevin has a couple casting what ifs. Does anybody know what TPS actually stands for?
No idea.
Time performance sheet. Temporary placement sheet.
Nope, none of
Darn.
those are.
Those are my two
letters.
guesses.
Test program set reports.
Ooh, I was close.
Apparently, those are real reports as well. Like those go back to his engineering days.
Yeah.
It was like, wasn't it because Y2K stuff?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that all
Yeah,
checked out.
Peter talks about what he's been doing for his job is just changing all the 2-digit codes
To
to
4.
How
4-digit
mundane.
codes. So, instead of 98, it's 1998.
And I
Yeah.
remember of that big hoopla. Like, I mean, I'm sure we all do, right? Like, that was a
Yeah,
big
and
deal.
then wasn't
The
it all
world shut
just
down.
a waste of time? Like it didn't.
Yeah, it was. Like,
nothing. It didn't affect it.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
nothing happened.
exactly. Nothing
Yeah.
happened.
Oh, I am imagining that people that are in Peter Gibbons' position or wherever, if they work for a bank, they were probably working on that problem years before.
Yes.
Ready for it.
It seems like something that would be easy to predict.
Whoa!
Right.
Could've
Like
seen
they
that
just now.
coming.
Right, exactly. All right, Kevin, you have a couple of casting what ifs?
It had Fox Studios wanted Matt Damon as Peter, and
Okay.
but Mike Judge didn't want to have any crazy star power for this movie,
Nice.
and that's where they came to a compromise a little bit, and how and why Jennifer Aniston was casted in this movie.
Yep.
But to continue on to that, Kate Hudson was also considered for that part.
Interesting.
Okay.
And then a random ones were Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson also auditioned for
Whoa.
the part of Lawrence.
Really? That would be weird.
So there was a lot of like random actors thrown into this that could have been or wanted to be in, and I thought I'm trying to think if Matt Damon was playing Peter.
Yeah.
That would be wild. Oh, another one that not a casting, well, sort of, but John C. McGinley actually tested or auditioned for Lumberg, but when, what's his name? Gary, the guy
Cole.
who actually, Gary Cole, yeah, when he auditioned, they were like, oh, hands down, like, we can't have anybody else. Like, this guy
Dang.
wins.
Stole
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, he basically stole it.
But I mean, as soon as you said John C. Riley for that, I'm starting to laugh because
Or
I mean,
McGinley,
he
John
would've-
C. McGinley. Well, no, I'm saying the guy who's Bob, John C.
Yeah.
McGinley's Bob in this.
uh,
He tried out for or auditioned, for
oh, okay.
not
no,
John C.
I-
Riley.
Okay, thank you. Yes, for
Yeah,
another John C.
right.
John sees so many things.
I'm seeing double right now.
Are you at the beach?
The beach.
All right, let's get into some questions, shall we?
Shua.
First question: favorite thing about the movie? Dave, you want to do us the honors?
I suppose so. I love that the movie just starts you off with, all right, what is this movie gonna be about? And it's just Peter getting to the office, and he hesitates to grab the doorknob because he gets
Oh.
shocked
Yeah.
every time he goes
Every
into the
time.
office.
Yeah.
And then still gets shocked, and then it just lets you know from the get-go, like, that this is gonna be a rich, dark comedy, because you just get from the beginning corporate accounts payable. Nancy's or I'm speaking. Just a moment.
Oh,
Hey, direct your call. Moment.
Oh my gosh,
The-
I would kill
The
myself.
old guy with the
Yes.
walker who passes him on the sidewalk is pretty fucking hilarious.
The the setup to the movie, like the,
Yeah.
the intro, if you will, like
Mhm.
is so perfect. Like whenever Michael Bolton is jamming out to what is it?
Is it
Is it straight out of? Is it straight out of? Not straight out of.
I got this feeling up inside of me. Talk to myself until I talk to my diary.
gangster rap?
And then
Whatever
the black dude
gangster
walks
rap.
up and he
Yeah.
rolls up
Like
the window,
down.
locks it, turns it down.
Nice.
Uh,
Kevin, what would you say?
I put that it's just a completely relatable movie. Whether you work in an office or not, everyone in a job, there's a character around. You have your relatable coworkers that you can go have a beer with. You have the annoying whatever person there, and then obviously you have your boss. And then you
Or the 7 other ones.
or the 7 other ones. Yes, exactly. So I mean, whether you work in an office or not, this movie is completely relatable, and it just lets everything you're able to yell it out, or they yell it out in this movie of what everyone wants to yell out.
Yep.
Yeah,
Totally
I'll
agree.
piggyback on that. The scene of Jennifer Aniston quitting her job and giving her boss the middle
Oh, it's
finger
so good.
is pretty gratifying. Like that's top quality
Yeah.
right there.
No, I totally agree.
That's actually something I didn't put in the. I put in the facts. I didn't say. Do you know who that is? Her boss.
That's Mike Judge.
Yes,
like-
it is.
Yeah, that's my
Really?
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You can tell by his voice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's something actually I didn't know until I was looking into this. Like that boss is Mike Judge.
Yeah.
It sounds like Hank Hill.
Yep.
John, what would you say?
It's sort of been touched on a couple times. It's the characters are hilarious. Peter and his work friends, I love. Like Lumberg's hilarious, of course. Milton and that dude who's like so worried about getting fired.
that's what
I mean, and then
Tom.
sort
Oh
of.
yeah, Tom.
Yeah, there's always a Tom.
Tom.
I
Yeah,
know
Tom.
I'm with John. Like the side characters are almost funnier than the main character. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Milton, Tom,
Yep.
Nancy, whatever her name is accounts payable. Just a
Yeah.
moment, like, just
Now
going
Milton.
on over and over and over again in the background. Like,
And you got
get
Lawrence
you get a
too.
backstory with a lot of them. Not all
yeah,
of them. but-
Lawrence, like Lawrence is great.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, and like, so I think Mike Judge is good with, obviously, like King of the Hill has lots of different interesting and fun characters. The other thing, I know I'm cheating because I'm picking 2 things, is
How dare you?
something now that I appreciate when I'm older is just the fantasy of blowing off work and saying fuck it all.
I know.
So delicious.
It's just like, I don't think I'm gonna go anymore.
I know. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be my favorite thing, is just the premise of the movie. I know I say it a lot, but work sucks. I definitely say it a lot. The idea that you have to sit in a cubicle and stare at a computer screen for 8 hours every day is horrible. Having 8 people telling you to do the exact same thing is also horrible. There's so many wrong things that we have going, and like people just telling you what to do all the time sucks. I mean, just for what? And a lot of times you're working for people who don't care about you at all, unfortunately. And Mike Judge does a really good job of, yeah, like you said, John, like finding real world things that we all experience and finding a way to make it funny and humorous and kind of laid back. But a lot of that's like super real and true, and a lot of people have those feelings. But he does it in a way where it's like, it's funny, it's real. It's not like Family Guy or South Park a lot of times where it's like over the top. He knows how to make it funny and still be within those
In an
lanes
understated way.
in an understated way, right? That's
Yeah.
why I love King of the Hill so much. That's why I love all of his humor. It's so real and between the lines at the same time.
It's not preachy. It's just like, hey,
Yeah,
we
it's
all
not
we
at
all deal
all.
with this. It's funny.
Yeah, exactly. Right. He comes up with a way to, like John said, come up with a fantasy idea that this is what he was thinking when he was stuck at a cubicle doing alphabetizing, work orders. Like he was thinking, like, well, how the hell do I get out of this?
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know who said it on the casting What Ifs. Kevin. It sounded like he wanted Peter to be like the everyman. Like
Yeah.
Did.
he's not the colorful character in this. He's like us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, now this one's kind of challenging because there's not a lot of things to dislike. Again, it's only an hour and 29 minutes, but least favorite thing. All right, least favorite thing about the movie. Let's go to Kevin.
Oh my, I have one. It's not anything about the movie, but it's about the character, and you're supposed to hate the character, and it's the goddamn Chotsky's waiter. That's all the flair.
Chotsky.
And he's just a douche. I hate that guy. And I know you're supposed to hate that guy, but I hate
Everyone
him.
knows that guy.
Yeah, like that's.
What are you two doing?
Get a room, you two.
Yeah, that fucking guy. Like
It's also like there's nothing really like wrong with him. He's just like
He's just
obnoxious.
he's too upbeat, like obnoxiously upbeat.
Yeah.
Yes.
all of the time, the whole time.
All the time. Yeah.
And
I don't know why Kevin doesn't like him. He loves his job.
He likes to work.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's true.
Is that your
I'm not
cast?
that above and beyond. I'll say that.
How many flare pieces you have, Kevin?
Yeah,
at
Kevin,
work?
you would at least get 20 flare pieces. At least 20.
I love that whole conversation when they're like, "Why do you make a minimum of 14 pieces if I have to wear 20?" Like,
Why don't you just
what the
make
hell's
the
the-
minimum?
I know, and of course that's something so minuscule as flare, but like we see it at work
Yes.
all the time.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you do 4 reports instead of
Right.
2? It's like, well, you told me to do 2.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Oh yeah, I love that with.
Oh,
Jen.
that was your minimum.
She's like, so do you want more flair or not?
I know. It's like, just
What
tell
we
us.
want is for you to express yourself. We need to
That's
save
where-
this until the line.
I
Yeah,
know.
but that's
All right.
where like the manager is supposed to try to bring up things, but that one dude just going above and beyond above everybody else who's trying to make it.
Yeah.
That one dude going above and beyond.
Don't you
Fuck
wanna
that
be
guy.
Yeah. Dave? What was your least favorite thing?
Mine was obviously Bill Lumberg, but more to. So we have the hypnosis thing happen, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
What, you
And
have a
then it
problem
just-
with that?
And then no. What I have a problem with is that it's just kind of forgotten about, and he kind of comes out of it himself,
Yeah.
and kind of starts caring about things again as the movie starts going on. Like, we get to the point where they rob their place of business.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when things start going bad at that point, moving forward, he all of a sudden is worried about going to jail and
Yeah.
worried about what might
Yeah.
happen to him and all that. So he kind of came out of his hypnosis without the dude snapping his fingers. That's
Yeah.
my only.
well,
Sure. Well, does he care about himself going to jail, though? That's the only thing I would say is maybe he just cared about everybody else caring.
No,
There's
I'm
go
with
ahead.
Dave on that. There's kind of like a disconnect. Like they play a big part of, or they make it such a big point to say you're not going to get out of this until I snap my fingers. And the guy keels over dead after he says one.
Yeah.
So having him come out of that it's kind of a disconnect. I understand it, but yeah.
It's kind of weird because there is a point where he acknowledges it, though, and says,
Yeah.
I saw that guy die, and I realized I didn't want to. So it was almost like he wasn't in a trance at all. At any like he saw, like he knew what was going on.
Michael Bolton says, like, I know you had a religious experience or something. So they start to blur it.
Right, exactly. It is kind of blurry, for sure.
Just like Jones Vision.
I love the movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. My least favorite thing was probably Milton getting the money at the end. It's kind of like they thought the whole plan or the idea was that they were just gonna put the money under the door and everything was gonna be okay. Like that's their solution to that. And then of course what happens is Milton gets the money and then goes south. It's like a little too convenient, but whatever. If I had the nitpick, I'm
he said
picking
he was
that.
going to burn that mother down.
Oh no, he did.
He
At
said
the
a few
18-minute mark. Yeah, at the 18-minute mark, I think was the first time.
Building on fire.
That was a good Milton.
I wonder how many people, and I mean, I don't even remember the first time I saw this at this point, but like, I wonder how many people the first time they saw it remembered or noticed that he says that at the beginning. Like now I listen for it, right?
Yeah.
You can
I know
barely hear what he's saying.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
he mumbles all
there's
the time.
There's a couple good lines of his that I was looking up and I'm like, I don't even know if I remember him saying that. Like, where they made a point or you couldn't understand him. John, what was your least favorite thing?
Oh, I mean, it's minor because, like, yeah, like you're saying, this is not like a psychological thriller or anything. But I feel like these guys were a little too smart to overlook that there might be a problem that the account they set up to deposit this money into was the company's credit union.
Yeah.
That might be a problem.
Seems like it might be, yeah.
Might be an issue.
Yeah, that's it. But you know,
I would also say the
I can
decimal
just
thing
ignore
too.
that.
Yeah, even like I was off a decimal or something. It's like, I don't know
Well,
if
yeah,
you-
it's also funny too
triple
that it's
check
like,
that.
yeah, they're kind of like experts in their field, and it's like, yeah, we wrote the program to do what we were supposed to, and it's like, oh, it worked better than I expected, and then they only had that part figured out.
Yeah.
Right.
Something with that I kind of thought was funny, but then I found out it's actually a true thing. Was their virus file had the word virus in it?
Oh yeah, I noticed that too.
But apparently
noticed
that
that. How
that was
cheesy.
an actual virus like file
really?
from back in the like, early 90s.
Oh really?
But I was like, really just gonna label your virus as a virus?
I did
This
notice
is
that. in
playing
the
it
plot.
safe here.
Can't make any mistakes here.
Eric, what'd you have?
I just put work sucks. That's all I had.
Dang, that's a good answer.
I'll allow it.
Yep, I agree. All right, well, with that, we have who won the movie? I mean, as far as we know, so my answer is back to my least favorite thing, and it's Milton because he got all the money and went south. So as far as we know, he made it free. Like nobody. I mean, I don't know what a fire investigation came up with. Probably arson. So like, who knows?
Did you have to go out to that
I'm
site?
gonna, because I have the same as Matt, I'm just gonna say in addition to that, he basically cleared the software guys and got
Yeah.
that hot water.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean,
I
I
also picked Milton.
yeah,
Same.
we all.
Yeah.
And
Did we
I
all?
will
Milton.
add that not only did Milton get away with the money, got away with the fire and everything, but he was actually laid off 5 years earlier and was still collecting a paycheck,
Still getting a paycheck.
was still going in. He didn't even need to go into work.
Right.
But damn it, he loved bitching about that job. He loved saying he was going to burn that place down, and he loved that stapler.
I was gonna say also they found the stapler for him.
Yeah,
too.
they found the stapler.
Yeah,
Yep.
Kevin, did you have him too?
yeah. I honestly just put Milton
Yeah.
And I do need any explanation
No,
on this.
no.
I mean, it's Milton. I mean, how many of us put Milton?
We
of
all
us,
did, I
which
think.
is
Raise your
kind of
hand.
funny. Well, it's kind of funny because Peter, I mean, in a sense, they all kind of win because, well, I don't know about the software engineers because they
Tom
just
kind of
went,
won. I mean, he got
Oh,
hit by a
Tom
car,
won.
but
Yeah,
Tom kind
yeah.
of won.
and Peter won because he was finally okay with his job. Like he wasn't like disliking his job. You know, he was okay with it. Now the software engineer guys, they didn't really do much. They switched to a Distech or Initech or Inatrobe or whatever.
continue the norm.
Yeah.
I love how they just come with generic
Penetrobe?
names.
Penetrobe.
All right. Well, before we move on, do we have blind rankings ready?
Oh, yes, we can do
Let's
blind
do
rankings.
it. So we haven't done this in a while, but since it's our 100th episode, we thought it'd be fun to do a blind rankings.
Yes. So, for anyone who's new, the blind rankings episode, I can't talk. The blind rankings section is where our producer Kelly comes up with a category and gives us, is it 6? It was 6. So we have 6 different items or options to rank from 1 to 6. And we have to rank them, 1 to 6, 1 being best, 6 being least best. And we don't know what they are. So this is the
I'm
special
excited about
100th
this.
episode.
I kind of know what they are, so I'm excited.
Okay, well Matt cheated, so that's
All right,
good.
yeah,
I
that
had
makes
help.
the whole thing illegitimate.
Yep.
I had the help.
I found out at
video.
like 8:58 today that we were doing one.
Matt forfeit, and it's a 4-way tie between the rest of us.
Okay, here we go. Do we not have sound?
Oh no, we should have sound. Hopefully we do, because this.
I don't think we do. But it's
Oh
okay.
no,
Top moments
No,
from the
we need
past 100
sound.
episodes.
Oh my gosh.
we need sound.
Do we need sound? Like, do we have
Yeah.
to? Are we going to come back to this?
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. See if it plays.
Okay. I mean, I can check it.
Yeah, check
On
and see if
my-
it has sound. She
This is
said
how
there's
last second
sound.
this was.
There's
says
no
there's
sound on this
sound.
file.
Oh
There's,
no, she said
there's no sound on that file.
Oh no.
Do we want to? We want to come
We
back?
want
to
to
it?
table it. Yeah, we want
Yeah.
to table
Okay,
it.
we'll come back to it then.
Oh, she said there's no intro. Did you try it later on? There's no sound. There's no intro song.
Okay. Hold on.
So try
please,
the
please
next
hold.
part.
Well,
We're
he's
so
doing
rookies,
that,
100%.
Yeah.
here's
100
today's
episodes
board
in.
stumper. Who is the only left fielder who's
Yeah.
done 3 for 4 on their birthday?
Okay. Yeah. So there is sound.
Okay,
But
awesome.
Okay.
That
okay.
fooled us.
We're
'cause
going
usually
back
we
to
have
it.
sound. All right, let's
We're
do
going
it.
back to it. Okay. So this
Oh,
is the
it's
first
good.
one. This is the first one. 2, 3. Dave looking at any other screen but the one he should be.
So we're ranking favorite moments.
Yeah, favorite moments from the last 100 episodes. Dave looking at any other screen than
I feel like
the
there's
one he
gotta
should
be
is
better
pretty
ones.
fucking
I'm gonna
good.
put this in. I'm gonna put this
so
at
good.
4.
I've
Nah, I put it at 2 because that's
Special
fucking
guest
hilarious.
Sarah. We're here to present our podcast, The Movie Podium. Thank you, thank you. I knew that was for me.
This one is
guys, my dad's calling.
this one is where
It's that.
Daniel took a call from his dad
left.
and
The
he
premise is
just
that
left
each week we collectively choose a movie to watch on our own time.
because
we
before
then get together every.
Daniel was on the
Who are we
show.
going to
That
cast
one's a
as the
good-
megalomaniacal.
Go to the penalty box.
Go to the
who are we
penalty
going to
box.
cast as the
Go ahead, Kevin.
So that one was John.
Oh yeah, just pause it. Yeah. there
Yeah,
you
that
go.
one was John trying to say megalomaniacal. And I put that one at 1.
That's my favorite.
That is.
I got Daniel.
I put Daniel at
2,
6.
I got John at 3. Me at 6. You assholes.
Okay.
Oh God.
Here we go. This
Oh,
next
I
one
already
is
know what this
Kevin's
one is.
not so sober call. Oh God.
Yeah, you guys.
He's not talking.
Okay. Well, number 3 is obviously Purple Rain.
Oh.
Okay, Purple Rain.
It's a Prince autobiography, I think. 'Cause, yeah, he acted in that, and it was a fantastic movie.
Definitely.
Okay.
Number 2, I'm trying to remember what
Go ahead, Kevin.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Hold on. Wait. Where are we putting Kevin? The next. So Kevin. I'm gonna put Kevin as 5
Yeah.
because 6 isn't fucking
Kevin,
taken.
Kevin's at 4 for me.
Same.
And then Disastuary intro. I had a pretty good time on that.
Oh,
I'm putting that motherfucker's number 1. Sorry for my language.
Yeah, the disaster.
Devil horns on way up.
Everybody's reaction.
It's over.
Put out those horns.
What'd you say? Why aren't there more explosions?
I put more explosions in after that. Okay, so next one is Rush Hour.
Oh my gosh.
Series with Chris Tucker.
Just the delivery on that was
Thanks. I actually hit one. That actually worked.
I want to watch Rush.
that was number 6. Or
That's
that was
what
that I put it number 3. I got it number 3.
I wish I was higher, but as John.
John can attest.
Where did John go?
I think he's indisposed. He
The-
wished
the-
he was higher too, but he went to fix that.
Yeah. That Rush Hour thing I completely forgot about, and I'm actually still laughing about that.
So we were at dinner, and we were like, okay, what can we do for a blind rankings? And that's what, like, all right, let's do moments. And I couldn't come up with one for Dave. Kelly actually remembered a funny thing. We just couldn't think of what episode it was. But one time, somebody was at the door, and you thought it was the dog, and Chelsea came in. And we said something like, "Oh, is that the dog?" And Chelsea walks in, and we all laughed because it was Chelsea, not the dogs.
I do have no idea what episode
But I
that
don't
is,
know.
but I know
episode
exactly
that
what you're
was.
talking
I
about.
remember
yes.
that, but I don't remember the episode. So I was like, let's try the screens.
There was also a moment where Kevin called in, and I took his phone call, and it was the most frustrating thing in the world.
I don't remember that.
I cannot remember which episode it was. He said something about Terminator because it was the greatest movie of all time, and if we didn't know that, then we just don't know anything because he knows that and we know that.
Was that is that the same episode, just a different clip?
I feel like it was. Maybe you called him too.
It could
I think
be.
it was.
Yeah, it might have been before that, and I was just like, no, fuck that. I'm not going to answer his call again.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever been on. That's the only time I've ever called in.
I
When
love
wasn't on
call-ins.
one.
If anybody ever wants to call in, please call in. It's so funny.
Yeah,
We're
we
all
can give
about
you
it.
Kevin's phone number.
Right.
I forgot about that bit.
Oh yeah.
Just text Dave.
Also, the time Kevin came on the podcast when he wasn't going to be on the podcast, I forgot about that one as well.
That
on
was the
Discord.
Iron Man one.
Iron Man, yeah,
That was very early on.
yeah. You
But
popped that in.
You
What
popped
about
up and
whenever-
you're like, oh,
Shouldn't
Whenever
be here.
Whenever Kevin crashed Daniel's background, whenever he just went over to his house and walked.
Oh yeah.
and then he just stood in the corner.
oh,
And
that's
then didn't
right.
realize I was over there, and yeah,
Yeah, that was good. That was
That
a good.
I was
was
play.
still in the frame.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was our happy 100 episodes. Those are some of our favorite moments.
That was
Everybody-
awesome.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait 1 sec. You'd think we'd have more to show for it than just embarrassing clips, but
No,
here we are.
Just embarrass ourselves.
that's the best part.
Yeah.
All right, back
Apparently,
to the
John
categories. We don't know
has
where
just
John
left. I'm gonna remove him from the stage, if you will.
That's fair. Yeah, let's do that and move on. Next
Okay.
category is favorite song, moment, or score scene.
I mean,
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
yeah, that's the one.
See,
To
I
me it is.
knew all of you were gonna pick
Uh-huh.
that one.
I didn't, Dave.
Well, go ahead.
Oh,
Kevin.
I gotta be different. I gotta be just
Yeah,
because it's
I-
not.
I was the same way.
Everyone else is gonna do this,
Everyone's
but
gonna
I'm
be
not
that
gonna do it.
song. It's gonna be that song. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. The
This is
unenthusiastic birthday singing to lumber.
Okay,
That is the
solid.
best one.
All right, that's pretty good.
That's good.
Solid answer.
See, Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangsta is a great Ghetto Boys song.
Yeah.
But whenever they play Still by the Ghetto Boys, whenever they're destroying the copy machine,
Yeah.
that's the best moment.
It's fun. It's so funny because whenever I think of this movie, I think of "Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster," and then that scene, the smashing the copier scene, and I keep thinking that they're the same, like they're in one, like they're smashing the copier to "Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster," but then when I rewatch it, they're not. It's a different song, so
Yeah.
it kind of like took me out of the moment of like, oh yeah, that isn't the song that plays.
Also, when Down for Whatever by Ice Cube is playing as they're doing the heist, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're just
So-
passing the floppy disk.
Oh yeah. that's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
And there you go. I'm not
So
gonna get into the
dramatic.
lines.
One thing to touch on about the gangster rap, and I love the music, and I'm glad it made the movie. But apparently, Fox was talking about nixing the gangster rap, and it was obviously Mike Judge's idea to have it in there. And so what happened was they said if testing, when they had the test audiences, if there was any negative feedback from it, they were going to take it out. And luckily, there were people who went and saw it and came up to Judge, and some of the people were like, man, I love the music. And like everybody was ranting and raving about it. And so they're like, sweet, let's keep it in. I'm glad they did.
Yeah, John also says "Down for Whatever" when they're executing the plan.
Oh, yeah.
Call in, John.
I asked him where he was. He put it in the chat right here.
He said he
Oh.
has to take care of his kids.
Oh, okay.
When they, oh, yeah. Yep, there
Being
we go.
responsible. How about that?
Right.
Who'd have thought?
Hard to say. All right, next we go to, does this movie get made now? I mean, sure. I think it should. Though we haven't had anything similar to this since probably Horrible Bosses, which was a while ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
that was like 2010.
Yeah, exactly. So I could see a new one. I mean,
15 years ago.
right.
Yeah,
And go ahead, Kevin.
I have one to where I think this could actually be made fairly well with this. I'm pitching my idea to somebody.
Well, yeah.
Everyone that used to work in an office and got sent to work at home got forced to come back and work in an office again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would
And
be
then,
funny.
And the
then-
craziness ensues. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, and like similar vibe, maybe not the exact movie, but be pissed off that like, man, I could work
I
at
have to
home
come back.
and everything
Yeah.
was good, but I got to go
Yeah.
back to my office.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea. I mean, I totally agree. I mean, the way that we have, or the way work is now, is as opposed to 20 years ago, it's kind of, or 30 years ago,
Nope.
but
10 years ago,
Right.
5 years ago.
it's like the same but different, to where it would be funny to highlight what is different and still have that same feeling.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
where I think it could be really entertaining, because obviously work hasn't changed, it still sucks,
Yeah.
But you're right. Now, since COVID especially has kind of changed the way we work.
Like pre-COVID to post-COVID, and
Yeah, that would be a
forced
really-
back to go back in office.
I actually am surprised we haven't seen a movie like that, to be honest. That's a premise that we haven't seen, and you think with all the ideas out there or lack thereof.
Hey, call
there'd
me
be
up.
something
I'll write
like
a
that.
script.
All right. ChatGPT will write a good script. You just prompt it, and we'll be good. So yeah, I think it should. Eric?
Yeah, I mean, I would be down to see it, but I feel like my thought was that if they try to remake it now, it would be with like a big tech company, and all those companies are like all sorts about like the culture in the company, and like they have these cool looking offices, and like they're all hip and whatnot. So like I feel like it would be a different punchline sort of comedy.
Yeah,
Not so much that it was like fuck work because it's boring, but it's like these guys are just ridiculous. Like these people are just ridiculous because they think, I don't know, they think this is cool, but it's just ridiculous.
This is a generational thing.
Well, there is a movie like that, actually.
Oh, is there?
2013, there was a movie called The Internship with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
And they're like furniture salesmen or like they sell sofas or mattresses. I don't know, whatever it is. They sell something random. I think they lose their job, and so then they get an internship to Google or a really big company like that. And so there's a lot of that setting, actually, like a bunch of nerdy people who, don't have any real life experiences. And you have these two old guys, Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, coming in and being like, hey, let's go party. And they're all like, oh, we got to make sure everything's okay at work. And they're at work till 10 at night, every night, working on software or something. Yeah, so there actually is something very similar. But that was also 12 years ago.
Yeah,
Isn't that
I
crazy?
remember that. Yeah, they got hired by Google.
Yeah, I think it was
and had
Google.
an internship for Google. I remember.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday, but that was that long ago.
Thanks. Dave, what about you?
I mean, yeah, I if it got made today, it would be more. I mean, I think it would be more difficult. Like what Eric was saying, it's just a different office setting now. I mean, there's still the same old office settings, but I mean, we kind of all. I mean, it was a TV show, but The Office. I mean, that was another comedy set around an office setting that was successful.
Yeah, and NBC actually went to Mike Judge to make The Office, and he turned it down.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That could have been fun. Even
Another
more fun,
random ass
I would
fact.
say.
Yeah, I don't
These are
think it was
bonus
as-
random ass facts.
I know, and I don't know if from what I saw, he just thought it wasn't his style or didn't want to do it.
No, I totally see that.
All right, let's move on because there's a lot here.
Oh gosh.
Favorite line from the movie? Who wants to go first?
Let's see. I'll go. You don't need $1 million to do nothing. Man, look at my cousin. He's broke and he don't do shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Lawrence, you want to come over and hang out? Nah, man. I don't want you fucking up my life.
That was my.
Oh, there's
line.
so many
I
Lawrence
love that
ones, right?
I'd,
Channel 9, or was it Channel 10?
The breast exam.
Breast exam.
good luck with your layoffs. Hope your firings go really well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
when
go ahead.
Jennifer Aniston said, "I don't really like to talk about my flair."
I had Naga not gonna work here anymore. I mean that one comes to mind all the time. That's one of the ones I always think of.
Another Lawrence line is when they're all like, "Okay, are we doing this?" Like, I'm in. And then Lawrence from the other side's like, I'm in too. And they're like, who's that?
Oh,
Peter's
don't worry.
like, don't worry about him. He's cool.
Yeah, I love it. I think my favorite line from the movie is actually, it's not that I'm lazy, it's that I just don't care. And I feel like there's a lot of times where that resonates, right?
Yeah.
So
We
I
can't-
just like, I just don't care.
We can't forget about
fly.
Drew. If things go well,
Oh.
I might be showing her my O face.
My
God.
face.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Or
you did
hell.
that way too well.
or hell, lumber buckler. Lumber buckler.
Oh, the nightmare.
Or any of the Lumberg lines, right? That would be great.
I'm just gonna need
Yeah.
you to move that desk back as far against that wall as can.
I had one and I said, next Friday is Hawaiian shirt day.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
if you want to come in with a Hawaiian shirt and jeans.
Right after they're talking
so
about
fucking boring.
right after they're done talking about downsizing or whatever.
Yeah.
One of the most probably common things that come from this movie or phrases is, sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
God
Yeah.
damn it, I hate that so fucking much.
I know, and so many people say it.
It sounds like Kevin's got a case of the Thursdays or the everydays.
I'm ready for
whatever.
Hawaiian Shirt Friday. I've got the
You are.
jeans on. I've got the Hawaiian.
Matt mentioned his line, but he always thinks of whenever he thinks of Office Space, and for whatever reason, any time that I think of Office Space, it always pops into my head. Excuse me, I believe
Yeah.
you have my stapler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Or another one I liked was Tom when they're like interviewing. He starts freaking out and he's like, "I have people skills. I am good at dealing with people."
What's wrong with you people?
He flipped out.
Meeting
That
with-
whole interview is so fucking good.
I know it is.
So you physically take the specs from the customer.
I know.
Well, no.
Yeah. Well, no. My secretary does it.
So what do you do?
I told you.
Or Orlando Jones just going, "Hi, my name is Steve. I mean, I come from a rough area. I used to be addicted to crack." That's such a. I forgot about Orlando Jones.
I
too.
totally forgot about him.
And then
in this.
afterwards, he's like, "Yeah, I was not addicted to crack. I was a software."
Of course, he was a software.
I make more money
engineer.
selling magazine subscriptions.
What,
Oh, man.
What am I going to do with 20 subscriptions to this magazine?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I think that's good. There are way too many lines. It's such a
Yeah,
funny.
it's
Again, it's like
so good.
Mike Judge always knows how to deliver lines or have lines delivered.
Yeah.
We're big Mike Judge homers here at the Movie Podium, so there's too many funny lines. All right,
I've
next.
got
Oh,
Bobby
go ahead.
Hill. I was gonna say I've got Bobby Hill tattooed on me,
Yep.
so I kind of like Mike Judge.
Yeah, he's okay, right? All right, we have most rewatchable scene. A lot of times I feel like there's a correlation for me, especially with the music and the scene. So I said the scene with Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster, where he's specifically gutting the fish at his
Oh.
desk. I'm
Stop
just
it
like,
right
that's
down.
so brutal. And also when he goes and what Dave mentioned, where how he always, gets shocked by the doorknob, he just takes his screwdriver or whatever, his gun,
The
and
drill,
just
yeah.
the drill, and just takes it off, just gets rid of it, like just does everything he wanted to do,
Yeah.
just doesn't care.
I went
about-
ahead and
what about you,
I
Eric?
said the printer
Oh
destroying.
yes,
spot, like,
definitely.
That's what I think about whenever first
Mm,
whenever I think
fair.
about this movie.
Yeah, that's fair. Dave?
Mine is more on the dark humor side of the movie, and it's whenever Tom is sitting there telling the guys about his jump to conclusions Matt
I love
idea.
it. Yeah.
I die every time I hear that story about his jump to conclusions Matt.
That is a terrible idea.
Yes, it is.
God. It's just such a long, drawn-out story, and then just for them to go, that's a terrible idea. And then you get the payoff at the end whenever he shows Peter to Matt. It's my prototype.
I also liked what I don't remember exactly what he said to Peter, but it was actually a really very insightful comment to Peter when he's like, listen, I've been doing this for 30 years, hating my job. You just kind of have to suck it up, or whatever he says.
It's like follow your dreams.
Something
Look at me.
Eventually, good things happen in the world.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's like, obviously he got hit by a car, but the sentiments.
By a car, but
the sentiments there.
Yeah,
I get it. Kevin, what was your most rewatchable scene?
Eric did my first one, but I also love the scene where Michael just gives in to liking Michael Bolton to save his job, sitting at the table with the Bobs.
Yeah. Then later he's like, I told those fuckers I liked his music.
And the
ass
all
clown, no
leading up to
talent.
that, he's been telling us about how much he hates Michael Bolton. He's like, I love
And there
him.
was that pause, he's like, yeah, I do like he had to force
your
himself
favorite
to
song?
say that.
Yeah,
And I love the Bobs getting into it with him too. Oh, we love him too. Of course they would.
I could have used at least 20 more minutes of Bob's
Oh, I
interviews
know.
from
Definitely.
people,
Definitely.
because those
are
characters
too
are
good.
hilarious.
they're
so
terrible
good.
people, but they're hilarious.
Yes. Yeah.
For sure. All right. Next category. Most likely to be the off-screen drunk. It's John.
It's John.
Oh, and it's Kevin.
It's
Thank you,
also
Dave.
Kevin.
The 100th time.
For the 100th time.
It is Kevin.
It's the streak will not be broken.
It's like The Undertaker. Except it was broken.
No, it
Screw
wasn't.
Brock Lesnar.
This one won't.
No, I agree.
Lawrence.
Oh,
yeah.
he's on screen. That doesn't
Yeah,
count.
but he's also off-screen drunk.
Oh, he's definitely off screen too.
I said
I'll say-
probably Lumberg.
He's behind the wall drunk.
Yeah, that's true. I said
That's
Lumberg because he's probably secretly hates his life. We're just not able to see it.
Yeah.
I
say,
put Tom.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought about Tom too.
Yeah,
He was drinking in the car before he backed out of the driveway into the
Jesus.
car.
Before he had a change of
Drunk.
heart after seeing
Yeah.
his wife.
yeah. But
We got hit by
Ran
Chuck
over
Norris's kid.
Yeah.
we talked about the jump to conclusions, Matt. That's definitely a drunk guy's idea.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
Kevin's
going-
had that idea at least.
definitely not had that idea.
I was
Maybe I did,
let's
but
jump to conclusion.
and then he actually does it,
He
and then
goes-
he's happy that he's fucking.
Oh god, dude. That
Where
story.
he is,
Think about
God.
the guy that invented the pet rock.
You think the Bet Rock was a good idea?
That guy is a drunk.
He made $1 million.
Eric, who'd you have?
I said Milton, just because he's got all the
That's
money.
fair. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
and
mean-
what do you order? A pina colada.
He ordered
I'm not
a pina
sure-
colada with no salt on the rim.
Yeah, they fucked it up, but
They can't
he'll-
even get that.
he'll
right.
keep getting he'll
He'll-
keep ordering. So
He'll leave a
get
review and he'll get that place shut down.
He's going to burn that place down.
Yeah,
Burn the motherfucker down.
Matt language.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of Matt, let's cast ourselves. Let's see. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Eric.
I said Matt is the movie Office Space because work sucks. Matt every fucking day he says work sucks.
Yes,
And I'm pretty sure it's regardless of whether or not it actually sucks in the moment. He just says that. It's like a default.
Yep.
I said Dave because of the line earlier is the O-face guy. He did that way too well. Oh.
I also had Dave for the O-face guy, for sure.
I said John is neighbor Lawrence. Just because it seems like
that's good.
Seems like a good or like a pretty John thing to like sit on the other side of the wall and like surf the TV for breast exams.
That's a good one.
I said I'm oh shit, what's his name? Samir, because I'm bald. And I said Kevin is Milton because he'd work even though he wasn't getting paid. Just for the love of it.
I was getting paid. Well, until the end.
Yeah. No. You at the end there. Yeah. You'd totally work even if you weren't getting paid.
That's solid.
You love work.
So if I had Dave as the O-face guy, but I also had Dave as Samir because of the music he listened to. I had Eric as Michael Bolton because he'd have the program to steal the money. I was probably Peter because I'd be the one to tell you to do it.
That's true.
And be like, all right, let's do this. Fuck it. Let's
do
it. Let's come up with the money and screw the man. I also, yeah, exactly. I also had Kevin as Milton because he wants to work even when they don't want him to work. So I also had that. And then I had John as Orlando Jones because he used to be addicted to crack, even though he's not. So it kind of works. It's kind of his persona. He is, but he's not. So that was mine.
I like that.
Dave?
All right. I had Matt as Lumberg because he's always telling us what to do.
Me of what I hate.
Fairly monotone too.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
I have Eric as Michael Bolton because of creating the program.
Okay.
I've got Kevin as Milton because he's gonna work even though they don't want him to work.
Yes. See? We all saw it.
Yep.
And I got Daniel as Peter because he'll just leave.
He also his probably the most used away message on AIM is that I'm not lazy, I just don't care.
Yeah.
That was it.
It's funny.
Oh, yeah.
I had Michael I had Daniel as Michael because of the quote, "Why should I change when he's the one that sucks?"
Oh, that's fair too.
And then I got
hilarious.
John as Lawrence.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right, Kevin.
I only had two, and I thought I'd be able to get better castings on this, but it was mainly for one scene. And
You're selling it though. That's good.
Yeah, it was.
I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah, it was when Matt and I lived in a dorm in OU.
Oh my
we used to bang on walls on each other because we had singles side by side, yelling at each other. Hey, what are you doing? Turn
this. Yeah, we actually did do that. That is hilarious.
So yeah, that's all I had on that. Nice. I thought I'd be able to get better casting.
Thanks, Clarissa. She says happy 100th.
Yep, thank you.
100 years old today.
That's right.
100.
So I guess this could be a good time. So thanks, Clarissa. And also thanks to everybody who's been on our podcast with the Movie Podium with friends. Big thanks and shout out to everybody, including Clarissa.
Yep.
She's been awesome on the episodes that she's been on and a great supporter.
She's I've seen that one.
Yep, I've seen that one. Go check her out on Instagram. Also, we have all kinds of different. We have Mr. Movies has been on an episode.
Yeah.
Our friend Sarah, Harry, our buddy who is on the West Coast and has worked with a lot of Marvel movies. All three of our wives have been on an episode.
Yeah.
Oh, High Scorsese, who just got
High
a
Scorsese, who got a
got a-
high score.
a
Shout
video
out
game
to
record.
him.
Liz in a movie, sort of kind of funny.
Sort of kind of funny. Yes, they were awesome. They're great. We want to get back on there and
Yeah.
tell more hilarious stories of how we commit crimes and
Yeah, we're the fun cousins over there.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Who else am I missing?
Eddie Yellen.
Eddie
Films.
Yellen
yeah,
at
yeah,
Yellen
Eddie.
Films. Yes, he is awesome. Check out his stuff, Yellen Films on YouTube. He does great. He does awesome stuff. He's making some movies, so check out that.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you to everyone. Whoever we forgot, we know
Oh,
that
Sawyer.
we did.
Sawyer was the other one.
Sawyer.
We've had him on a ton, and he's been such a good friend. I actually met Sawyer in Tennessee and went to a movie and hung out with him. So it was awesome,
cool.
and he's been a good friend as well. And so thanks to everybody who's jumped on and been a part of this and listen and just hang out. We just want to hang out with everybody. That's really what we're here to do.
Just
So
cool
thanks, everybody.
good hangs, man.
Good hangs. That's all.
Don't
we
take
care
us too
about.
seriously, but have fun.
Some good
Yeah.
hangs.
I
Yeah,
like good hangs.
yeah, we really appreciate it, Clarissa. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have Clarissa back on for what 2000s
2000s
actions movies.
Yeah, 2000s action movies. Yep. Not Office Space. This is not on the action. Though the only action that was good
Well,
is
this is
definitely
90s,
destroying the
right?
printer.
Yeah,
it's
destroying
also
the printer.
90s. All right, we got 2 categories left. We've got, is this a podium role for any of the top billed cast members? I think this is an easy one, but I said everybody.
Yeah, I could only put a top 3 for one actress or person.
Well, I already know who that is then.
Yeah, wonder who that is.
All right. Well, what were your 3 movies for Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, I know we did this once before for Along Came Polly.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot
this one
she's in
didn't.
that.
Yeah, this one didn't make that list. That one didn't make that list. But this one is my number one. But
Nice.
For my top 3 would be Just Go With It with Adam Sandler. That's a fun movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 2 is Horrible Bosses because it's
Oh yeah.
it's just for her character in that. And I haven't seen the sequel, but her character in that's just.
I haven't seen the
hilarious.
sequel either. I was very reluctant on seeing that sequel.
Yeah, and this is number 1.
Nice. You didn't have Leprechaun?
Numero.
I didn't put Leprechaun on it. I did not do that.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Gary Cole. I don't know if it's on his.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if he's a top billed cast member. I mean, I guess
Oh, yeah,
he's in
true.
it a lot, but what else is he? What would I mean? I
Talladega
would say
Nights.
Talladega Nights is probably his number 1. as the
Pineapple
dad.
Express.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh, Pineapple Express. Yeah.
He was
okay.
in the Brady movie, like the more recent
Oh, okay.
Brady movie, like when they were, like when the Brady Bunch was still like groovy, but like people were in the modern times and it was
Yeah. Sure.
weird. What else has he been in? He's been Dodgeball, I believe. Was he in that?
I think he was in there somewhere. I remember seeing
Vietnam?
some cast from this movie in Dodgeball. Actually,
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was though.
But
I
this
was
is-
deep
I mean-
diving into this, and it was a lot of TV and voice actors,
Yes,
or cartoon actors.
Of course, which I mean makes sense, right, for
Yeah.
a Mike Judge movie.
Yeah.
For Jennifer Aniston, I did say yes. I had to mention Cake because she was up for, I think she was up for Best Actress, or she was really well known for that movie as an actress in that one. Also, I really liked Marley and Me, even though I know that's sad. We don't like to talk about sad movies.
Nope.
She's good in that. Also,
I might kick you out of this episode just for that.
Eric
Please
doesn't
don't.
like sad movies.
She's one of the main
I'll kick you out
voices
too, Kevin.
in The Iron Giant. which
Okay.
is awesome. And also, she's in Bruce Almighty, another good one. Oh, thanks, Julie.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. Thanks for putting up with us for 100 episodes as well. And then let's see, Ron Livingston. So he's more of a TV person. I mean, he was in Sex and the City for a long time as one of Sarah Jessica Parker's boyfriends. Also, he's probably most well known, other than this, for his time on Band of Brothers, or the 8 episode, or however many. I think there's 8.
Yeah, the miniseries.
The miniseries. Yep. And then, so from a movie standpoint, I mean, this is definitely by far is number 1.
Yeah.
Also, is number 2 for me is probably The Conjuring. He's in that series, or the first one. And then also probably Adaptation, which is a Nick Cage movie. So I'm just going with for that reason.
Is he in Pig?
He's not in Pig.
Okay.
I don't
Eric,
think-
you need to watch Pig.
At this point, I feel like it's just a joke. I'm not even
You're
gonna
not
watch
allowed?
it.
No, you
yeah, like I
can't.
don't think I can watch it.
I
was in
watched,
I just
Swingers.
make fun of it.
but we need to continue off of
Oh, he
that.
was in Swingers as well, but I don't remember. I haven't seen Swingers in so long, but he is in Swingers.
Yeah, I honestly, with Ron Livingston, I was just like, I can't make a podium because I know him from The Office, Office Space, and Band of Brothers. And
Yep.
after that, I haven't seen The Conjuring, which
Yeah, it's
apparently
decent.
I need to see.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's
It's a
pretty
horror
good.
movie.
It is a horror movie.
I do enjoy them every now and again.
So, and then the last person, I guess we can talk. I mean, again, a lot of these people are more TV. Like David Herman was a
Yeah.
Mad TV guy, a really big sketch comedy on. If you guys remember Mad TV, he actually. So Mike Judge had him in mind for one of the characters from the start. He was like the only guy that he wanted at the beginning of this, and part of that was because he famously like screened his lines for one of the tapings or episodes for Mad TV to get fired on purpose. Like he
Really?
hated being on Mad TV apparently so much that like he like screamed his lines or something along that, like purposely did something horrible to get fired
Wow.
based on his lines. And Mike Judge, I guess, loved it and thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So he got him. But he's also in Idiocracy, another Mike Judge movie that that's also
Yeah, he's
amazing.
like the state
He's Secretary of the
something.
State.
Secretary of State, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then a TV shout out is Futurama. He is Scruffy and Larry and
Dude,
Tutanga.
he's still
It's like
still
half
doing
of 'em.
voiceover work for Bob's Burgers.
Oh, is he?
Which character
Yeah.
is he?
I'm trying to
Or
think of Bob.
characters.
Yeah.
It says Auditor Number 1, Mr. Frond, Kip.
Oh, he's Frond? Wow. Okay.
Oh, and American Dad. So yeah, he's got his voice on everything. It looks
Nice.
like from that group of.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nice. All right. So last category. This week we ask, does this movie podium for movies that are about work? Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go first. This does,
Yep.
and I might have went a little weird on this one, but
You're weird.
Office Space is number 3.
That's weird, Kevin. Why are you so weird?
Well, that one's not weird, but number 2 is American Psycho.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I think that one I think that one counts.
Yeah, it counts.
And then number 1 is going to be Thank You for Smoking.
I knew you'd do
Okay.
that.
That movie is fantastic if you guys haven't seen it. Yes, I'm a smoker, but I don't suggest doing it. But
It is the irony.
I
of
didn't
that.
pick that because I smoke
No,
cigarettes. I
well,
think
no,
it's a
that's
great
the
movie.
ironic. I was gonna
Yeah.
say that's the ironic part. Very nice. All right,
Very nice.
Dave.
Man.
That kept sweet and short.
Dave.
This does make my podium.
Woo.
Um, I didn't really decide where I wanted to put these yet, but here we go. Number 3 is Office Space.
Nice.
Okay.
Number 2 is Clerks.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And
Matt
number
doesn't
1
like
is
that. It's black and
Moneyball.
white. Oh,
It's
sorry.
Moneyball.
Moneyball. Okay.
Yeah, Moneyball.
Very nice. Yep.
Kevin,
good
did you
one.
say Matt doesn't like it because it's black and white?
Yes.
Okay. So
I
one
love how that's
time,
a running joke.
one time, Matt said that Chris Stapleton is not country because he likes him,
That's right.
and Matt doesn't like country, so he's not country.
You just did to decide what somebody's genre is?
Yes,
I sure did. 'Cause I don't like country.
that was the logic that he used.
That's fair.
What he does.
All right, Eric. What do you got?
I said yes.
Okay.
C. Number 3 is Anchorman.
Oh, good one.
Number 2 is Office Space. And then number 1 is Tommy Boy.
Very nice. I thought about Tommy Boy as
Yeah,
well.
that
Yeah. Very nice.
That's an outside looking in for myself.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Chris
just can't-
Stapleton live.
I can't
He was
not.
pretty good.
Wait, you saw Chris
Too bad
Stapleton
he-
live?
Yeah, last year.
Dang, I don't see country shows, but that sounds pretty cool.
Well, you could go see that one.
That's fair. That's hilarious. That would be cool. All right, so yeah, I had a few outside looking ins that we haven't mentioned that I thought should give a shout out. And again, if you're in the chat, you want to throw out a movie that you liked about work or lack thereof, in Office Space's case, I had as an outside looking in The Intern, The Internship, Being John Malkovich, Horrible Bosses,
I'm
Wait-
John Malkovich.
Waiting.
Hi, John.
Oh,
Which-
waiting is a good one.
I thought anybody
Yeah.
who's in the food service business would think of Waiting. I just want to laugh at this, but Barbershop. Not serious. The Big Short, The Wolf of Wall Street, and you're right, Tommy Boy was on that list as well. My number 3, oh yes, this did make it, so it made all 4. I'm sure it made John's as well, so it's a clean sweep.
Nice.
We don't always get
Yep.
that, so that's good for our 100th episode. My number 3 is Monsters Inc. A little out in left field,
Okay.
but it is definitely about
Yeah.
work.
Whoever.
Yeah, it's a great movie, obviously, and I love how they tie work into a kids movie.
Yeah, I gotta be different. I'm Matt.
Oh,
That was a
Well-
good impression.
the rest of mine are not different. My number 2 is American Psycho. Oh, I gotta
Oh, wow.
steal my pick.
How
Oh,
about that?
okay,
Psycho,
guys.
'cause yes,
You like
that
my
is-
business card?
It's probably my favorite scene in the entire movie is either that or like his soliloquy of showering. He's like, "I'm a person, but not really a
Or
person."
putting in the cat, or was it the cat into the ATM machine?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long
And
time
then
since I've seen that.
my number 1 is Office Space because again, I cannot express how much a movie about work sucking is just amazing. And again, it's Mike Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, Matt. That applause was just for you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, again, with like a movie about work sucking and Mike Judge combo is really hard to beat. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, we're again King of the Hill. Been watching it every night.
Same. Well, not every night recently, but I
mean,
constantly,
there are. I was gonna
constantly watch
say,
it.
yeah, there are spans of time where that happens.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, Monsters Inc. 100%. Yeah, that's a good one about work.
You could do Elf
Oh, Elf would have been a good one. Ooh, yeah, I like
or
that
Super
one.
Troopers.
I,
There's a lot like in that category that you kind of just don't think about, just because
Yeah.
but when it revolves around work, it's still I would consider it a movie about work, right?
it depends on where you want to go. If you want to go comedy or serious, and you can go all different directions with that about work.
Yeah, sure. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on our journey so far. 100 episodes. That is
100
very hard to
episodes.
believe.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's not sure it's setting in, but we are coming up on 2 years too. I mean, like really,
4 weeks, right?
I mean, not even
Really?
No. Well, technically, but like we had a week where Daniel played video games instead.
Oh, that's right.
We might have had another week or so where we just maybe, I don't know if we haven't really missed too many weeks. But yeah, I think the first one we did was like end of June 2 years ago. Cause I just remember being like, hey, let's get on there and do this on Microsoft Teams. Let's
On
do
Teams.
Jurassic Park because it was a movie that we all
Yeah.
loved and was kind of one of those group movies, just like Jackass, Office Space, Cheats, Run Ronnie Run, some of the ridiculous ones that we had. That every group of friends has some of their ridiculous movies. I know some people think that with like Napoleon Dynamite, stuff like that. So. Yeah, it's been a fun ride.
Yep. So we'll see you all next week for what movie I don't know, but
We're not sure.
we'll post it.
We haven't even discussed where we should go on this one.
But in 1, 2,
Hey,
in
we're
2
20
weeks,
on the timeline.
in 2
we're-
weeks, we get to do Independence Day.
Timeline, we're what, 2019?
Yeah,
Who
2019.
knows? Timeline got fucked up.
Oh, this week fucked it up.
Yeah, just this week.
we
And if
had
you-
3 weeks in a row, 17, 18, or 16, 17, 18.
Wow. Oh, and if you missed the beginning, go back and watch the blind rankings again. There are so many funny moments. I wish we had more. Like, I wanted to make and I'll do this at some point, but I wanted to make like a 3-minute montage for us to watch with all the dumb shit we say. But
That's
We're
a lot
not
of
there.
minutes of us.
It's gonna be more than
I'll get there. Yeah, I mean that's an entire episode. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us, and we really appreciate it. Later,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Bye.
I guess.
The credits roll now, the show is done. We watched the movie and had our fun. Thanks for hanging with us for so long. We'll see you next week on the Movie Podium.